What's up, board game people? Let's take a look at what's coming down the pipe this month on the crowdfunding platforms. There are several interesting games on the schedule, but it seems to be a bit of a slower month. Now, as soon as I say that, someone will prove me wrong, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So before we begin, all opinions expressed are my own. I do not receive any money from game companies to make these videos. I make them for gamers like you and me. If you'd like this kind of content or want to see more, subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can keep up to date on all the latest crowdfunding happenings. We will be getting quite a few different videos this week, starting with a guide for the Euthia expansions and reprint, a news and updates video, and likely a month in review to cap the week off. So hang around because there's some big news coming. First up is Euthia, Torment of Resurection, the Fierce Powers and Crawling Shadows expansion, and the core reprint on Gamefound. This campaign launched this morning, so you can hop right in if you're interested. Euthia, Torment of Resurection is an open-world sandbox RPG strategy game for 1 to 4 players that can be played competitively, cooperatively, or solo. Choose one of 6 heroes with different playstyles and unique ability trees and embark on a wide range of epic fantasy adventures through infinitely replayable scenarios. Wander through an expanding open world generated by modular map tiles that will be different every time you play. In the Fierce Powers expansion, you will confront dark forces tormenting the land in new scenarios with unique mechanics to exploit and challenges to overcome. The expansion further enhances the variety and gameplay options of the core game with extra monsters, more modular map tiles, an additional type of elementals, and new abilities for each hero. The Crawling Shadows expansion introduces unique challenges for the solo and cooperative gameplay modes. Engage in a 3-scenario-long struggle against the rising power of the Necromancer Automa. Venture into epic dungeon quest scenarios with multiple quest lines to follow and final bosses to fight. This expansion will also introduce new cooperative mechanics with events that can be used in all existing scenarios. And of course, the entire core experience is being offered on reprint. Next up on May 3rd, we have the strategy board game Avalonia by Farside Games hitting Kickstarter. The land of Avalon is in ruins, more a wasteland than a kingdom. The factions still continue their eternal fight for the crown. He who saves this land becomes ruler. He who destroys it becomes king. Avalonia offers a deck crafting experience that focuses on card-driven mechanics and strategic planning for each round. In this competitive game, you'll take on the role of the leader of one of the 4 factions and lead your units into battle against your opponents to become the true ruler of Avalon. This game has some amazingly unique miniatures on offer. It's a game I wholeheartedly wish I could make myself take a chance on. It looks amazing, it sounds like a very solid game, but it lies just outside of what I'm looking for at this very moment. This has huge potential to be a game I will regret not backing. Then we fast forward a few weeks to May 24th, which is a busy day. The first game up on the 24th is The Breach by Ludus Magnus Studios, coming to Kickstarter. Planet Earth, the end of the 21st century, the ACAB Corporation influences and dominates the globe using outstanding technologies obtained via access to Genesis, a secret database of unknown origin which has turned out to be a mine of information and knowledge. The Breach is a competitive netcrawler game for 1 to 4 players, lasting approximately 25 minutes per player, where they can attempt to breach the Genesis database to steal secret information. Each player is a breacher, a digital rebel, guided by their ideals or by their faction's interests. The game map is Genesis, a virtual universe of mysterious origin, currently controlled by the ACAB Corporation. After hacking into the database, the breacher avatars will need to face several dangers, not just other breachers, but also the ICE, controlled by the ARM, the ACAB remote mind, who will try to stop the incursions. In case of need, ARM will also use powerful guardians to try to put an end to the intrusion attempts. For me, the genre is right, but I have too many outstanding games by LMS. This is a bit too similar in theme to Tamashii for me, and it's primarily a competitive game, which I don't think would be a big hit at our table. I will say that the minis look amazing, and if they have the colored translucent parts, there'll really be something to see. Next on the 24th is Batman Gotham City Chronicles Season 3 on Kickstarter. Gotham City Chronicles is a mission-based miniatures board game where 2 to 4 players control the Dark Knight and his allies in their never-ending battle against crime through an asymmetrical and open game system. Each game involves an action-packed fight where 2 sides face off. One of the players assumes the role of the villain and controls the most notorious criminals of Gotham City. The remaining players take control of the heroes, who must work together as a team to foil the villain's plots. Each side takes turns pitting their strengths against each other in order to achieve their objectives. In Season 3, though, this changes. They're offering a new solo and co-op mode. During the campaign, you'll have access to the basic box, its numerous stretch goals, expansions, a new solo and co-op mode, and a new Gotham City in Flames flagship expansion. This is my pick of the month. The miniatures for this game are amazing, and I need a solid Batman game in my collection. I'll be looking at an all-in here, provided I can swing the cost. Then on the 31st, capping out the month, we have Runescape, Shadow of Elvarg, coming to Kickstarter by Steamforged Games. Embark on tabletop adventures through Gilnor. Ready your rune armor, put on your party hat, and get ready to roll. Whether you're a Runescape or old school Runescape fan, or you've never set foot in Gilnor, prepare for epic adventures, tempting side quests, and entertaining NPCs. Head off on thrilling campaigns in the board game, upskilling your characters and testing your mettle in a variety of challenges. In the tabletop role-playing game, build your own character to explore Gilnor and create your own unique and exciting quests. Elvarg is the main boss for the board game, so you'll be working your way up to facing her fiery wrath as you play your way through the campaigns. The Kickstarter will be live for just 10 days, so make sure to follow the campaign so you don't miss out. As with every month, timelines shift and projects can pop out of nowhere to surprise us. Here are a couple of campaigns that may or may not launch in May. Kingdoms of Akandia, launch date unknown, but May is suspected, and it should be on Kickstarter when it goes live. It's the first volume in what's said to be an extensive, immersive, and cooperative open world. You and your friends are fighting together against the spreading darkness. You choose your group of heroes and have your own adventure over 3 chapters and 35 to 65 hours of gameplay with 1 to 4 players. This is supposed to be an open world adventure game, and not much more is known. This is a game I'm tentatively keeping an eye on, but I want to know many, many more details before I ever consider backing. I would say approach this with caution. Then we have Thorgal. Portal Games has another one up their sleeves. Thorgal seems to be ready to launch soon, and it should be on Gamefound when it does. There's a possibility we'll see it in May. Thorgal is a cooperative storybook adventure game for 1 to 4 players. Players take on the roles of Thorgal, his wife Aracia, their son Jolan, and Chris, a deadly female warrior, and go on a series of adventures. The game consists of 10 standalone scenarios, taking roughly 90 to 120 minutes of play each. Morality is a big focus here, and your choices will impact the outcome of the scenarios. Scenarios do not form a campaign, nor have legacy features, so they can be played by different playgroups and over an extended period of time. And last, but certainly not least, I thought I might mention that Kingdoms Forlorn's Pledge Manager is launched, and everyone has the opportunity to grab their pledges for the original prices until May 31st. Get your pledges in now before the prices increase. They're also teasing more content, but it remains to be seen if it will be added to the Pledge Manager or not. More on this on our news and updates video soon. So that's it for today. As of right now, there seems to be a big gap in the middle of the month of May. It'll be interesting to see if anything moves to fill that gap. What campaigns are you looking forward to? Did I miss something? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching this far. If you want to see more board game and crowdfunding content in the future, please consider hitting the subscribe button and leaving us a like. We appreciate it, and it helps our channel grow and reach more people. Check back later in the week for the news video and in the month in review. Thanks for watching, and play something fun tonight.